Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Greg. I'm going to go over the long-awaited coin called the Graph or GRT that's trading at 10 cents. But first, let me go over Bitcoin real quick. See that? See that? Look at that. It still hasn't broken that low among everything that's going on. DXY popping. Bad news beyond belief. And it's not going down. Just saying, guys. Just saying. You know, I don't know. I've been scoping out some coins, and I still think you can have potential upside over there, possibly. Sometime in the near future, I might hang out in this area for a little while, but go back up maybe a little bit. We'll see. We will see right there. So going on a long-awaited graph, everything looks pretty decent. You know, I always want to keep track of that supply right there. They have a lot of Twitter followers, you know, so that's pretty decent. I went through the website, looked at everything through here. You guys want to check into that, but I just browse it real quick, and then I want to go check this area, see who it's backed by. So backed by a few pretty decent companies there, so that's good. So we're going to go over the technicals though on the graph. Check it out. This is the data for the chart that I found. I looked at other charts are missing the two big blast off legs that it did right here, starting in December of 20. So it made a wave run up into February of 21. And that's when the markets, for the most part in the altcoins and Bitcoin, peaked out on a fifth of a third wave over there. So that makes complete sense. And then it's been in a correction ever since. And as you can see, I decided to throw some logarithmic Fibonacci's on there. If you take it off log, it's almost retraced the whole leg well beyond 90%. Put it back on logarithmic, and you can see it's right near that vitally important retracement of what? 786, right? So it kind of just depends on where you want to, you want to put that. Is it, is it there, or do you want to take the wick out? Will that make a difference? Probably not. But it's right in that area. So the question is a correction over with? And you got a nice deep. Let me check out the weekly RSI on here and see what the weekly looks like. So you see the weekly. So retrace, that's the correction. It looks like it could be on something new based on the weekly right there. So I'm going to go back out to a 3-day chart, check that out again, and look at this wave, this nice 3-wave move. It looks pretty good. There's your third wave. And it looks like it could have come down in this area and finished up a sequence. And looking at this, have to make sure that this sequence, this is where your counts will matter right here. So this more than likely is a, looks like an ABC with a truncation right here. Let me check that out. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. More than likely, ABC move. You see that? 2.618, almost on the nose. More than likely, this is a WXY. So just looking at it, it looks like 1.3 or 1.38 extension. If I just take this area more or less right there, I'm not going to count that wick. It's right there, 1.38 probably. I almost hit 1.618. Pretty close. That's all right. That's okay. 1.38 to 1.68. So 1.68 from this leg to this leg. It's lit. This is a 3-wave, then this is probably a double zigzag right here, guys. So you can see your third wave peak, and this looks good too. So you see from here to here, from there to there, there's no divergence. So it's more than likely a double zigzag. So it's looking like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for B. So that's like 1 to 1. It's going to be 1 to 1, my guess. I'll keep the wicks in just to see what it is. A little bit beyond 1 to 1. 1 to 1. That's okay. Let me take that wick out. 1.38. Put that wick in. Check it. 1 to 1. It looks pretty decent. It went beyond it a little bit, so that's okay. Yeah, that's okay. So my guess is, yeah, WXY, ABC. So it's like this. A, B, C. And then you have one up here. A, B, and the C actually probably ended right there. And then this is your WXY move, your three-wave move. So W, connector, Y, okay? That's how I'd be looking at that. It's not going to be five. It's not going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. So a 1, a 3, and a 5. It's too big of a connector there. The question is it done? Is it done in this area? So let's go investigate that on a daily. And I do have this. I was looking at that. That's nice. So it came down here. You should see it's a third wave peak up on a 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It could be done. So right here is going to be the line in your sand. It could be done right there. Because you can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for your divergence on that third wave. Could have completed it. You want to be careful that it didn't somehow manage to, it could have been up here. So it could be 1. So back up 1, 2, 3, 4, and it might come back down over here. That could be the case. You want to be aware of something like that. So it's either done here or it might slip back down, hit that 0.786 fib level and come back down to here, something like that. So you want to be careful of that. So I'll show you, like, you go back out to a 3-day chart and take a look at this, just like so. Just a second, guys. Just like so, you might have this come back down just a little bit more. Let's see. Hit that. It might come back down right here and tag that. That's a possibility. Or it could be done. You're just not going to know until you have more data right here, what's going on. Okay? So let's take a look at this on a 12-hour. I will show you. Now, this is a nice diagonal. You see it a lot of these in the crypto market. They made that. You want to be careful. It's not like A, some sort of A, B. So 3-wave move and B and then C. Could it be? It could. It could. Let's see. Let's measure this, see what it comes up. You see 1.618 2.0. So see the issue, sometimes you can get that and then it could be coming down. It doesn't, it looks more 3-wave-ish over here. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a nice diagonal. You can see wave 4 came in the price territory, wave 1 right there. Perfect. That's perfect. And it's a contracting diagonal. Overthrow in the third wave, overthrow in the 5th wave, and hit it just, it's perfect. It's like a perfect diagonal. So you're bullish. This is 1, 2. Okay. If this doesn't break the low, this is giving off characteristics of a second wave because of the depth of it. Okay. So you just check your fibs. It's probably 786 or right around there. Okay. There you go. 886. Came deep to 886. Second wave. Second wave. It doesn't break that low. That more than likely is a bullish sequence. A 1, 2. Okay. This is actually in a good area because all you got to do is, pick it up for 0.0932, and there's your stop at 0.0846. What would you be risking? Let's just say you picked it up there. You're risking, 8, 9, 10%. Okay. More than likely, it's going to hang out in this area, guys. If this is a 1, 2, like so. That's your bullish sequence right here. 1, 2, and it'll be like, here's a building your base for your third wave. Because what we'll do over here, until the markets go bullish, it could come play around in here, do another 1, 2, play around some more, do a smaller 1, 2, and then eventually that main primary third wave right here, it goes into that, even though that's part of it, if that makes sense. So those little small 1, 2s are part of this wave. They're just lower sequences. So more than likely, that's what is probably going on with the graph. So let's take a look at some more data just to see if everything looks decent. And this is, the area you want to check. Now, it's not going to start moonshining out of there because of the macro environment. So you see that 97%, This is the time to start looking for, not selling, it's buying opportunities. It has a nice setup so far, and it looks like it's holding on to that low. Like I said, if it holds on to this low, this is a 1, 2. B waves don't retrace that deep. Very, very rare, and it's looking more 3-wave-ish. You can see here's a 5, and it looks like an A, B, C for a flat, and it came down in a 5-wave move. Let me take a look at that on an 8-hour, probably. might have another swing around to scare people and come test those lows. So here's your 3 waves. So 1, 2, and then maybe 3, and then up for a 4, and maybe swing back down to test those lows right there again, like that. Okay, that's what I would say. Let me check the swing on it. Let's see, it ended there. Boom. Let's see. Check the swing on this, like to right here. Up. Yeah, you see right there. It's probably going to swing back around, come back down here. 0.088, 0.0883, somewhere right around there. Maintain those lows. It's good. It's really, it's in a decent spot. You know, you just have to be aware of the potential, obviously, downside, because you can't know for sure what this is 100%. You never can. That's just not possible. But if it came down here, touched this, this is a 1, 2, like I said. If not, it could have swung up and it's coming back down, and some maybe a possible diagonal 1. You know, you can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then up for 2, and then maybe a diagonal down to these areas. That's a possibility. So, or you could just wait for it to see what it's going to do in the next few days. That's what I would do more than anything. It's not going to moonshot out of here anytime soon. Then again, it is cryptocurrency markets. You know, they can come down and do a couple waves and then boom, start getting out of there. But if you just see it playing around in this area without breaking that low, and you see little waves up like I put in there before, then you'll know more than likely. Because once they get near the low, like this is their bottom, they don't ever break it. They just hang around in that area. And then eventually when the crypto market goes bullish, or there's an inkling of bullishness from Bitcoin, and then they start moving out of there. And then, you know, then again, sometimes too, they decide to start early, kind of like, what is it? You know, maybe XRP as an example, but otherwise it looks pretty decent. You know, looking at it on the weekly, you know, you have a 97% drop. You have a 786, almost a retracement based off a wave. It's been in a correction for 500 plus days. And you're looking at the RSI's down here pretty low, and a possibility that you know, maybe it's onto something new. You know, you can check it like this. This is your early warning shot, but it doesn't look like you're out of the woods quite yet. You see, coming over there, test it, might go back, might go over that, and then come back on the other side and test it. And that'll be your early warning shot for the graph that it's actually starting to get out of there, guys. So probably will just be a second, or you have to be patient with it, because it's just the macro environment. It's going to be a slow start. Once it goes out of there, if that's a wave 1, 2, 3, you know, you could be looking at targets. You know, it'll take it some time. So like XRP, you know, XRP had a wave way over here, and then it went through a correction for, I don't know what it was, like 70 or 80 days. Went through a correction, made a wave 2, and then you see it blasted off now. That's what some of them will do. So just because it makes a 1, 2 doesn't mean it's going to be making a 3 right away. So just to give you an idea, so it could be playing around there, building its base, and then back up to 21 cents, you know, eventually, you know, over a period of time, 431%. So, all right, guys, that's the end of my video on the graph. Everything looks good so far. Just be a little bit more patient with it. That's all I'd say with it right now. Looks pretty good. Everything is looking more towards consolidation, and then somewhere down in the near future, going more to the upside with very minimal downside, in my opinion. If you made it all the way to the end, drop a like, hit the subscribe button. Peace.